What? Why are you shaking your head? You're welcome.
Final points, Monday Night Football. For those of you who are lucky enough to be able to actually watch this damn game, and thanks to the proprietors of the platform that we are currently talking on, welcome to the program. I'm Joe, that's Tom. I had to sign up for a free trial for another service, Tom, in order to make sure I can watch this game. I've got some games on the I got some games on the excuse me. Games on the line for fantasy football. Sorry, I got distracted by somebody tweeting about YouTube TV, and I thought he was going to have an update, but no, he was just talking about how you don't need YouTube TV. I don't know. I don't need to hear that. I want to hear tangible updates right now. Sick and tired of it. These people who are fighting, billionaires fighting over the scraps they throw to us peons. Sick of it. So what's going on,
Hey, I still got the cord, Joe. I'm doing fine over here. I'm an old school. Still, I probably will never cut the cord. Who knows? But so this is the one time it's coming. It's in my advantage right now.
Let me tell you something. Last year in August, on the first weekend of college football, I had the cord. I had Charter Spectrum down here in South Carolina, and they were in a dispute with Disney. So I had to sign up for a YouTube TV trial at that time. So I could watch college football.
Flip-flopping. You just keep going back and forth between the two services.
What am I going to do? Go back to Spectrum? No, I'm not going to do. First of all, Spectrum was atrocious during Hurricane Helene, which forced me to end up canceling. And then I went to YouTube TV, and now this is about like the third dispute that they've had with a carrier. All of them had gotten resolved except for this one, and it's a bitch. And now ESPN knows they have the leverage because college basketball is back and they carry all the college basketball. It's just ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of it.
Well, at least you got that other service here for tonight. The temporary. Oh, Josh is a cable guy with me.
I mean, that's what it is. It's like, oh, what if we bundle all these channels together? Yeah, that's what we've had for 40 years. Like, God, what a joke. Anyway, the Cowboys and the Cardinals are on tonight here. Kyler Murray's inactive, Tom. If you're playing DFS single game, I know there were some people who were maybe a little bit worried about would Kyler have a role because they were kind of talking him up. Now he's inactive. You're good to go with Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, T-Bro, on Dallas's side, no real surprise inactives except for Jaden Blue. If you were playing single game DFS, Jaden Blue being inactive, maybe Malik Davis gets some run. So something
it's notable here for fantasy too. Moving forward, Jaden Blue's kind of been the handcuff that we've been stashing in case something happens to Javonte Williams. But maybe it's Malik Davis here moving forward. So at least that was a notable little transaction here for tonight. We'll see if Malik Davis looks a little better. Jaden Blue had a fumble last week, so they've been kind of back and forth on him, dating back to the off season before training camp. There was the reports there that he wasn't working hard and he was kind of in the doghouse. But so he's back in the doghouse here. Malik Davis is now the top handcuff in Dallas right now.
So just not a great season going in Dallas. Now, did you hear Jerry flapping his gums on the radio today?
Apparently there's some trade.
He said they've made a trade, but nobody knows what it is, but it's going to fix some needs for the Cowboys. Like you said, Tom, I think when we were recording the Best Bets podcast, it was, if it's a defensive player with a pulse, it fits a need for the Cowboys.
That's an upgrade. Yep. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's what side of the ball it's going to be on, but we'll see. I guess since they're playing Monday night, they don't want to announce it. Players might lose their edge or what, if it's a guy that plays the same position as somebody, you don't want it out there. So, but even Jerry, why even say that? Just shut your mouth for 24 hours.
Did you see his comment? He's like, he literally said, I like to talk about the Cowboys because I like the Cowboys to be relevant. Yeah. That he literally said that.
Hey, so, it's worked for him.
That I always had
YouTube. You can't watch that channel right now, but they do a lot of talking about the Cowboys on there.
Well, look, I had a begrudging respect for Jerry because I'm like, before I watched the Cowboys doc, which by the way, I actually really enjoyed the Jerry
Yeah, I
Jones
don't have the
documentary.
Netflix. I did hear good things about that though.
It's really enjoyable. But my whole thing about the Jerry was like, say you what you want about Jerry, but he cares about the Cowboys. And that was my opinion. But now I've added an addendum to that. It's Jerry Jones cares about the Cowboys being about Jerry Jones. That's what he cares about. So if that means the Cowboys are winning, Jerry will go with that. If that means the Cowboys are a tire fire, Jerry will go with that. He's going to lean into it like a wrestler. If the crowd is popping for you, I'll be a face. If they're booing me, I'll be a heel. That's Jerry.
Yeah, he just likes to be relevant. He likes to be in the discussion. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. He just wants to be in the discussion.
Well, they're in the discussion tonight. I'm a little surprised Jerry hasn't strong-armed one of these two mega corporations into making a deal tonight. But even Jerry doesn't have that kind of power. Let's get to the people, Tom. We got some waiver questions, trade questions, whatever they want to ask.
Chats too.
And a couple of super chats. We really appreciate you guys. Like, it helps keep the lights on, and I need those lights right now because it is pitch black out right now. I have a beautiful setup here that has wonderful natural light, but if I don't have my wife calls it my influencer light. If I don't have that turned on, you're not going to see me at all.
Yeah, this was a pretty depressing. I always try to go to the gym before this show at 7:00, and I was driving back at like 6:30, and it's like pitch black out now. So this is like the worst 5-month stretch of the year. So
I hate
we're in it now.
I guess the silver lining, and I mean this is silver lining, and in the least the nickel lining, let's put it that way, was there was at least some light when I woke up for the morning show today.
Yeah, that is the one difference now, that we have to wake up for the morning show so early that it's like, oh, at least there's a little bit of light out when I do the show.
Sun
in the
is sort of rising right now. That's what it is.
It's not pitch black at that time, but that's twice a week for me and only 3 times a week for you. So I'd much rather have the light at the end of the day.
I do as well. Anyway, let's get to the people. Thank you, Jason, for the super chat. We very much appreciate it. It's a trade. DK, return yards count.
Okay.
Ted Tyrone, Ted Brees, Woody Darnold. Okay. For Achane and JSN. Leaves me Dak, Caleb, Lamb. I mean, Tom, could this be the single most obvious trade ever?
Yeah. I mean, if you can get Achane and JSN.
JSN might be like the best player in fantasy right now.
Yeah, he's awesome right now.
He's top 3.
He gets 100 yards easy every week, and Achane's been pretty good here. He's hung in there. That doesn't seem like they're going to fire Mike McDaniel, so that offense should continue to have a pulse here moving forward. It's just him and Jalen Waddle. So.
The only thing I would do is if you have like a roster spot, pick up either Tyson Bagent or whoever the hell the Cowboys backup is now, Joe Milton, just to make sure that you have that part covered, because you're not going to have a backup quarterback here, Tom. But this just gives you the best receiving core in the league, I would have to imagine. And when Bucky Irving comes back, it'll give you like the best 1-2-3 punch at running back in this.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a no-brainer for me. I know it's just a bunch of pieces that you're giving up over there's a lot of good pieces, but nothing that you're getting the best 2 players in this trade. So yeah, let's do this trade right now. Get off this YouTube page and go accept that trade as soon as you can.
All right. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm trying to handle customer service at the same time as we're doing this. John with the super chat. John, can I still ride Danny Dimes as my quarterback one? He had a bad game. What am I going to say?
300 some yards too. Yeah. I mean,
and ran for a touchdown.
He did. Yeah. 2 touchdowns still. So some of the leagues I play in, it wasn't great, but it was the first time that they've really played from behind. So at least he didn't melt. They continued to put up yardage, and they continued to fight in that game. So I thought that was positive. So no, I'm not. I think he's still a QB1 here moving forward.
Yeah, a bad game. It's happened. Mahomes had some bad games earlier this year. Dak had a bad game last week. It happens. I'm not going to.
Yeah, and I don't know at this point of the season. There's no one off the waiver wire that's going to be, unless you make some sort of trade or whatever. But I would stick it out with Daniel Jones right now.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys very, very much for
John.
the super chats. Thank you, John. Lost Jaden. Stroud next week if cleared from concussion. Other option is Geno. I will say this about Geno. Unfortunately, he plays the Broncos, which is a bad matchup.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Brock Bowers probably has given Geno life that he didn't have for 2 months.
Absolutely. Yeah, Brad Bowers is one of the best tight end in football. So that offense has certainly looked a little bit better. That Jaguars defense isn't great, though. I am a little skeptical still. Maybe you can. I think I'd rather have Mariota. Is Marcus Mariota available here for?
Yeah.
Since Jaden just went down, or just somebody pick him up and have him already rostered. I don't know, but Stroud, that's going to be a tough one, Joe. A lot of times these guys that get in concussion protocol don't clear by the next week, and you got to make that decision by Thursday with Geno. So I honestly, I'd probably kind of look for somebody else later in the week.
By the way,
string out that decision till Sunday.
Lions just gave up 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown to JJ McCarthy. So Marcus Mariota, obviously he won't have the weapons that JJ McCarthy has. That would be the concern for me. All right. Thank you very much. RCG, a fantastic friend of the program. Thank you, RCG.
Thanks, RCG.
Who do I keep as my tight end one between Mason Taylor and Loveland? In second place, looking for as many needle movers as possible. There's one needle mover here, and it's Loveland. And now the question is, will the Bears allow him to move the needle?
I think they'll give him a chance here. He showed a little something here this past week. Obviously, it was the Bengals matchup, so you got to take it with a little grain of salt. But Mason Taylor, we're dealing with that icky quarterback situation with Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields moving forward. Loveland, Komet's going to be out this week. He's got a concussion, so unlikely to play this week. So maybe that gives Loveland another game here to continue to build his case that he should be the main tight end here moving forward. So, I'm with you, Joe. Loveland would be the guy for me.
Appreciate you, RCG. Barons, B-Rons, trade Olave, and JCM for Pittman. And he's a Saints fan, so he's like, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, I saw Shuck. I'm done. Get me out of here.
No, this is the right trade. You're getting the best player in the trade.
And Olave, I don't think I would be surprised if he gets traded tomorrow. So, and his stock is going to take a hit with Shuck. I mean, unless Shuck dramatically improves, which he could. He's a rookie. But my expectations for this passing game are going to be much lower. And Corey Krusky-Merritt, man, he's kind of dead. I mean, he's one of those players, Joe. You're almost better not having him on the roster because you're not
just so you're not tempted. It's just unfortunate. Like that team. Look, I didn't like their offseason. I've said that multiple times. I said it in August, so I'm not, I'm not trying to pat. Well, I am trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm not trying to like reverse what my opinion was. But I don't think we expected it to be this bad.
No, this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it is worst case scenario.
So he was looking like he could be a valuable player if he was on a winning team, if they're playing from ahead. He doesn't get a lot of work in passing game situations, but now it's the complete opposite. They're going to be probably playing from behind most weeks. He's just not a guy I really want on my team right now. So this is a great escape hatch here from 2 players that are trending in the wrong direction. Pittman's been playing great too. He's getting a lot of love down by the goal line. So take that deal immediately.
All right, so here's Melio. Melio, what's up, man? He's up 16.1, and his opponent has Bam. Okay, so he's up 16.1. It is a PPR league. So let's look at our projection for Bam Knight in a PPR league. We have him for 13.2. Okay. So he's up 16.1. So 13.2.
Honestly, Joe, I think this is all going to come down to, does Bam score a touchdown or not? If Bam scores a touchdown, probably a good chance you're going to lose. If they keep him out of the end zone, you probably have like a 90%. I don't see him catching like 3 or 4 balls, and I don't see him. Maybe it is the Cowboys defense, but unlikely that he runs for 100. Puts up 140 yards or something. So I think this is all going to come down if he scores a touchdown. I put you probably like a 60% favorite right now.
So for instance, what is his the projection that Bam Knight essentially gets 2.9 points more than his baseline projection? I agree with you, Tom, probably in like the 35 to 40% range. So I'd make you the favorite, but a very tenuous one.
Yeah, just root for Michael Carter or DeMarcado or somebody else to score. Jacoby Brissett with a little tush push. Just you don't want to see Knight at the goal line right now.
Freddie, what's up, guys? Would you rather roster Otten or Njoku?
Well, can we answer this question tomorrow after 4
After
p.m.?
Njoku maybe gets traded?
Because, if everything holds here, I would probably go Otten because Godwin, it doesn't seem very promising. We know Evans isn't going to be in the mix. So they're really hurting at receiver right now. So I kind of like Otten. But if Njoku goes somewhere, I don't know, maybe Green Bay gives him a little call. They just lost somebody, I heard. Tucker Kraft, so maybe they might be interested in making a trade. Then David Njoku would be a top 6, top 8 option if he lands somewhere like that. So, I right now, as things currently stand, I'd rather have Otten.
But let me put it this way: if I had to make the decision today, and I had to make it now, I would rather have Njoku just in the off chance that he gets traded. Because Otten's not a needle mover to me.
No.
Yeah,
he's going to be perfectly fine. I just worry. Njoku, he's getting killed by Dylan Gabriel right now. Harold Fannon's playing well. So, but that, I don't know I doubt he gets moved, but that 25% chance that he does get traded tomorrow, he probably is going to go somewhere where he's going to be a big piece.
Parrot head. Can I cut? So he's a cock and a parrot head. R.I.P. to Jimmy Buffett.
Yes.
Can I cut Purdy? I've got Dimes, Jared Goff's on the waiver wire. I'd do it.
Yeah, Purdy has just absolutely killed me. I've have him in a couple leagues, and he's just
he's questionable every week.
Yeah, it's just
like 5 weeks in a row.
Doing like
put the freaking guy on IR.
I know. So yeah, definitely. If you got Goff types on your waiver wire, I'm perfectly fine playing Danny Dimes every week too. So, let's do it here. Do we get any update? Shanahan usually talks on Mondays. I'm sure he said the same thing. Oh, he's not such a long shot anymore to play, but it's still going to come down to the practice.
Let me see. Let me see if he did talk today. They do play this week, so let me.
Yeah,
see.
they got the Rams. I would think that if he's anywhere close, they want to. I mean, that is a pivotal game for the 49ers playoff chances, for the division chances. So he's got to be. If he's 90%, I think they push him to play this week, but he clearly hasn't been very close to playing just yet. So
here is what he said. They are Mac Jones's play vis-a-vis Brock Purdy's availability. They are not related. This is Brock's team. When Brock's good to go and everything and can play like Brock, there's no decision to be made. So I guess they want him to be 100%, though, is what they're essentially saying.
Yeah. So that injury is tricky, as we saw with Joe Burrow. So if you get any kind of aggravation, it could be season ending. So, but their season is kind of teetering. They kind of need him soon. So, but yeah, I'm with you, Joe. I mean, if there's Goff types out on the waiver wire, he can cut them.
Yeah. And I feel like Goff and Purdy are like splitting hairs the rest of the season, even if Purdy's 100%. Like, which one do you prefer? And you got Danny Dimes. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Dimes is probably ahead of all three of those guys. Those two guys.
So thoughts on Tootin, says Norm. Did he do enough to create a better split moving forward? There's two facets to that question. Did he do enough? Yes. Did Travis Etienne pull his head out of his ass? Of course he did. That was the problem.
So, but they are hurting. Maybe they need a couple more playmakers out in the field. But Tootin, he did get a little increase in touches, but that was also overtime game, so there was a little bit more work to be had. So it wasn't like a significant difference. I didn't see the carry shares and stuff like that, but it's, I still think ETN is the clear lead here.
Anthony Novak trying to sell Genty, standard league. So which running back would you trade him for straight up? Javonte Williams or Judkins? My concern with Judkins is the Browns are just going to be complete shit. And so I would prefer Javonte here.
Yeah, Javonte. I mean, I think Javante's been pretty damn good. I don't think people can fully grasp. Maybe it's because of just how good Dak and the passing game's been, but Javante's put up some major numbers. We're talking about Malik Davis being the backup now. I mean, he's going to get all the work that he can handle every week moving forward. So Javonte is the clear top option out of these three. Well, not the clear top option. Genty's certainly coming on here, but I would put Javonte, Genty, and then a little bit of a teardrop to Judkins.
What's up, all you fantasy football geniuses? I presume he's talking to the people in the comments.
Yeah, of course, not us.
Salvatore, I traded George Pickens for Rico Dowdle. I have Chase, Rasheed Rice, Quentin Johnston, Keyshawn Booty, and his running backs were Achane and JT. Had Scat and Chuba Hubbard. This is robbing Peter to pay Paul, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I view your team the exact same as I did before you made this trade. Like, I mean, your team is excellent. Like, this is an excellent fantasy football team. So I just feel like you took from a really big strength at receiver and turned it to a really big strength.
It's a bigger strength at running back now. But this is Rico Dowdle certainly looks good. Yeah, I like it. CeeDee Lamb's the lead in Dallas. So if you wanted to get away from that, no problem there.
Norm, rank these moving forward. Love Dart, JJ. Kind of have them in that order.
Yeah.
I just worry about Dart playing like a bowling pin. Like,
and he doesn't have any weapons. Like, he's throwing to Wandale freaking Robinson and Darius Slayton. So I do worry about it kind of drying up like we saw a little bit this past week against San Francisco. He still got the rushing touchdown, didn't he? But he could put up some duds here in the back half of the season.
Parrot, is Harvey a flex starter moving forward? The people who chased RJ Harvey's points this past week really got bailed out. They did. I mean, but they are using him, and all of a sudden now he's got this touchdown thing going.
Yeah, the problem is, like, I wouldn't chase it this week. Like, they're 10.
He had 2 carries.
That's the problem. He's not getting rushed. Like, this week's game, no freaking way am I chasing it. Yeah. Like he's been more of a receiving threat than he scored 3 touchdowns as a receiver. This game type this upcoming week could. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 5-point RJ Harvey performance. So, right situations. They do have a matchup against Kansas City in Week 11. Maybe that might be a spot where you want to play them.
Richie Smalls, I can relate. In second place in my leagues, first in points, and last week I traded Hubbard and Diggs for Kraft. Brutal. I mean, that's a great trade. You made a great trade.
It's still that's a great trade. Honestly, I don't know if it's terrible. I mean, you lost Hubbard and you lost Diggs. I still think you can make up for
Chuba's been terrible this year.
Yeah, he's been worthless, and Diggs is a hit or miss wide receiver 3. So yeah, it sucks, but you're also not like losing 2 amazing players right now. So you can get out of this, Richie. You can get over this.
Lost Craft, Norm said, is Musgrave worth an ad, or look elsewhere like Ertz or Loveland? I would rank these Loveland just because I want needle movers, right?
Yeah.
Loveland, Musgrave, Ertz, just because what's Ertz going to do? 5 for 40 every week.
I'm trying to balance that because they also, I won't be surprised if Terry McLaurin gets shut down. Debo's like really struggling through this heel injury. Like, there could be a chance where Ertz
Debo might go into his own shutdown mode.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They should look to freaking trade him. Like, I hope that they taking into account what just happened on Sunday and realizing that they have nowhere to go. So might as well try to get a pick for him if they can. I'm with you though. I would probably go Loveland, Ertz, Musgrave.
All right. Thank you very much for the question, Norm. Thank you. Is Dowdle now a must start and flex over guys like Waddle? I mean, Waddle's a hell of a start, but yeah, I think Dowdle's a must start over him.
Dowdle, I mean, you're going to get him 20 plus carries every week. And
by the way, they're also a competitive football team, the Carolina Panthers, and it kind of feels smoke and mirrorsy, but I don't know, man. They ever since Bryce Young came back from the dead, regardless of how you feel about how he's playing this year, and I would say he's a bottom half of the league quarterback.
But the offense runs through Rico. I mean, it is running through the running game. This running game has been pretty good dating back to last year. So even with a lot of different parts along the offensive line. So this is Dowdle's like is he an RB1? I think he probably is, like a low end RB1. Yeah.
I mean, every time I look up at the television, he's ripping off a 15-yard run. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So he's a must play right now.
Ogilvy, any hope for Brashard Smith and Fishbowl or 14 team? They got debacled in that game. Mahomes was constantly under pressure. I would say no. I would say he had no targets in that. He had one target, I think, didn't catch it. I would say no for sure.
On bye this week too. So yeah,
they could trade for somebody.
Yeah, they could make a move.
They could make a move for a Breece Hall and make a splash, or they could trade for somebody on the fringes a little bit. Neither one would surprise me.
Yeah. I lean toward it. It's probably like a 10% chance that he hits in a major way this year.
I mean, I'd still defend the process, but you also have to
yeah. I mean, great team, no running backs ahead of no formidable running backs ahead of them. So
Richie, any big names getting traded to better teams we should target now? Breece, I'd give it like a 20% chance he gets traded. Debo is probably like a 5% chance.
Yeah.
Njoku maybe feels like the most likely.
Yeah. I could see maybe him, but yeah, I don't know. I would be surprised. We always talk up the trade deadline, and it is always kind of ends with a little whimper. I remember last year we were really talking it up, and there was just a few trades on the deadline day. So Mike Williams was one of the big moves. I don't know if he did very much for Pittsburgh at the end of last year. So we'll see. Breece is probably the biggest name we're watching. So maybe, pick up Isaiah Davis if you can.
Need to drop one, DK or Horton. I'd drop DK.
Yeah.
Which one's got the better the better chance to be a league winner? It's Torrey Horton.
Horton in that offense. I mean, he just needs opportunity, and maybe he's going to get more opportunities.
He might have
after
earned
last
it.
week.
He might have said like, "Hey, Cooper Kupp, we love you, but you're going to be a bit player for us because we cannot take Torrey Horton off the field." Like Horton and JSN have some serious freaking juice. And that's my thought, Norm, that he's a potential.
There you go.
There's like a 5% chance he's a league winner. But I think there's a pretty darn good chance you feel good about starting him as like a flex every week. I mean, at some point you got to look at what your eyes are telling you and the stats are telling you. And Sam Darnold throwing the ball to this guy has been a really productive relationship.
Yeah, it's been a big play offense too, Joe. So he's like kind of type of player that you're going to love having in the flex or wide receiver 3, depending on if it's a deeper league, in the fantasy playoffs, because he's going to have the possibility of going for a big play. And JSN is absorbing a lot of targets right now, but I don't know where he's sitting at, probably about 30% target share. Maybe if it just ticks down a little bit, an extra target or two to Torrey Horton, because Cooper Kupp isn't commanding targets. So I could certainly see him making some plays in the fantasy playoffs. So definitely want Horton moving forward if you can.
Chris Horn, any news on Barkley or Judkins you're hearing as of today? I picked up Bigsby, but can quickly swap for Sampson. The Judkins was practicing today.
Yeah, he was acting. So, it wasn't. I don't think I don't think they're allowed to be padded practices, but he was out there moving around. So
I feel pretty good just reading the tea leaves about both of these guys playing, but I feel more confident in Judkins playing than I do Saquon.
Yeah, but overall, I'd rather have Bigsby.
It's a better offense. So if Saquon misses time, that run game got going right before the bye. They very clearly are going to go into the bye and say, all right, here's what worked. I would prefer Bigsby.
Absolutely.
Blue is inactive. Is Malik Davis now the backup? Melody, I would say yes.
Yep. We'll see. Probably the handcuff that we'd want now, but maybe we'll get a little. Jerry might flap his gums a little bit or something over the next day or two, so maybe we'll get a little more information. But yeah, Davis is the handcuff now for this backfield.
Pop Douglas has to be this week's top target with the Patriots remaining schedule, and of course, Booty is hurt. I prefer Torrey Horton.
Oh yeah, Douglas is not very high for me. I mean,
and honestly, I prefer Parker Washington
of the routes. He was he popped, but they were playing Kyle. Yes, he did. He popped. Kyle Williams was playing ahead of him. Matt Collins. So I'm tempering it a little bit with Demario Douglas.
I prefer Parker Washington and Torrey Horton.
Yeah, Douglas is down the list for me.
Norm, there you go. Torrey Horton. I guess at running back, Tom, keep your eye on Tank Bigsby. Those were kind of the names. Obviously, if Colston Loveland's out there in your league, he's a top one for me. But Parker Washington, Torrey Horton are up there. Tom, Devin Singletary led the Giants backfield in touches, that would probably be the most interesting running back out there.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot at the running back position. This is the time of year. Try to get those top handcuffs. Brian Robinson in San Francisco flashed a little bit. Blake Corum's getting a little bit more run. So this is the time of year. There's nobody really out there that's going to move the needle at the running back position this week or next week. So time to start stashing some of these top end handcuffs.
Drop Purdy for JJ. I have May.
Yeah, I'd rather have Purdy. I mean, JJ, he put up fantasy numbers, but it's a little thin with he's had to have rushing touchdowns. So Purdy's still got a much higher ceiling, and this defense just keeps falling apart. So whenever he does get back into the lineup, they're going to have to throw it a lot. He's going to put up some numbers. So hopefully it's in the near future.
Stash Jerome Ford if he gets traded to the Chiefs. I haven't heard much buzz there. I mean, he's effectively Kareem Hunt, I would say, maybe with a little more chops in the passing game at this point.
Yeah, I think he's worth picking up. I haven't heard a whole lot of buzz with him though. Yeah,
he's not a name who's going to generate buzz.
Yeah, so I don't know what is 7th round pick maybe from Jerome Ford. It might be a pick swap and Jerome Ford. Like you're not going to get a whole lot for him. So. We'll see, but yeah, he's worth. If you're in a deep league, you could stash him.
High stakes Yahoo League, Lost Craft. Use waiver rolling on Loveland or Fan. I prefer Loveland. Well, now I'm thinking, what about Njoku?
I know.
Yeah, so we have.
I have Fannin slightly ahead of Loveland here.
I want to say Loveland just because I'm looking for needle movers, but
he definitely does have the higher ceiling.
He
overall.
Also played the Bengals.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
So I have to take that into account.
Fannin has a pretty juicy schedule, I believe, too, because he gets the worst tight end defending teams seem to be in the AFC North. So I'm gonna guess Fannin has a pretty good closing schedule too. I have him slightly ahead on the waiver wire. Actually, he doesn't really. He does get Chicago in week 15 and Pittsburgh in week 17. So he does have a nice little stretch there. But, Joe, I think I'm leaning Fannin, but it's really close. Loveland probably does have a touch more upside.
Okay. I think Norm's talking about a Marion Hampton here. That was the injury that, as I've said, turned me into the Joker this year. And then I would think the one that did it for Scott Barrett and also for me, unless was Cam Scatterbo. Just all the things that you got right this year, and then Tucker Kraft, and then it just blows up in your face. I mean.
That's fantasy football, but it seems to be a little bit worse this year than normal. It's been a tough blow. Yeah, the Kraft one was pretty sickening this past week after he puts up that monster game against the Steelers.
Any hope for a Myers trade, and what rumor team would be best for his fantasy value?
He's not really helping his trade market with the way he's playing right now. He's
being very pouty or whatnot, and he's not playing great.
He's playing like shit.
I mean, any wide receiver needy team would make sense,
Yeah, I will see. Maybe I don't know though. Buffalo's not a great fit. Maybe New England. He could be the Z there, but. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. He's not really helping his trade market with his performance the last month.
All righty. Thank you, Robert. I think we have a very guy in the who decided to tell our entire staff to F off in our Discord last week. Last
night. In the YouTube comments?
Now he's invading the YouTube comments. Hey, Vanoply, buddy.
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah, thanks. But yeah, I had to take time out of my day or when I was live on Sirius XM to ban an immature cretin in our Discord. Yeah, telling people to F off because they were celebrating Kyle Monangai having a good game. Get out of here.
all right, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for all you do. Norm, thanks for all the answers and help. Thank you, Norm. Just arrived, AJ says, offered Wandale for Olave. Can I even consider this? The fact that I even am thinking about it is gross.
Yeah, I'd still got to go with Olave. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sucks with Shuck right now, but yeah, I'm sticking with Olave. He's put up he's been getting a lot of targets, and hopefully Shuck improves here a little bit.
Michael says traded Adams, Olave, Diggs, okay, for Godwin, Aaron Jones, CeeDee Lamb, and DJ. Oh, you got CeeDee Lamb, you win.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you win. Aaron Jones got hurt, but he looks okay. DJ Moore is DJ Moore is at least like Diggs level, right?
Yeah. He's getting carries, he's getting touches. So the Adams part kind of hurts, but he's been a little bit of a monster here with Stafford.
Yeah.
But
CeeDee
did
Lamb.
get CeeDee Lamb. Yep.
Yeah. Would the lineup invaders welcome Parker Washington over Jordan Addison? Thanks, fellas. Ooh,
that's
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Addison doesn't have the same upside that he has with JJ McCarthy in the lineup now. Parker Washington's going to get a lot of targets over the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, I think he's going to maybe have to put that in the Wednesday show there, Joe. We'll see if Eddie likes that one.
Yeah, Montgomery for Adams. Give me Adams. I don't care what your team needs. Give me Adams.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer to me.
Pierce or Franklin as a bye week fill-in next week. That's, by the way, Troy Franklin has like maybe quietly become like their number one receiver. He's out routing and out targeting Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, helps that Mims was out, but yeah. So maybe we go Franklin here.
Who does Pierce play? They play the Falcons, which is a tougher matchup.
Oh yeah, it is a tough matchup. Yeah, let's go Franklin.
Let's go Troy Franklin. Did the Giants showcase Singletary for a trade? I doubt that. Brian Dable's trying to save his job. Like
they need bodies too. Like,
what does a 7th round pick get Joe Shane at this point? Right? He doesn't care. I doubt that.
No. I think it's probably a case that Tyrone Tracy wasn't very good. So that's kind of a problem. I do think we might see this backfield kind of a little bit more carries for Singletary and more receiving work for Tracy. It's going to probably be pretty gross moving forward.
All right, let's thank you, Melio. Melio's the best.
Melio, thank you, man.
Love him for tuning in. I got to play London over Flowers going forward. Yeah, you have to. I mean, I just don't think Zay Flowers has the potential to do what Drake London did on Sunday.
Yeah, the touchdown production hasn't been there. We're seeing everybody else in this offense score right now. Drake certainly, whenever they're down in the scoring areas, he's getting targeted. So yeah, London is definitely over Zay Flowers for me right now.
What is Sutton's value moving forward? Panic meter is high for him. I think he's a wide receiver 3. The problem is, by the way, I know we all love to make fun of Bill Simmons, but his nickname for Bo Nix is phenomenal. Boot and Rally Bo. Like he gets hammered, drunk for 3 quarters, throws up, and then he's good to go the rest of the party. I think that's part of the reason here, but I still think Sutton's a wide receiver 3, and probably if they need a touchdown, is going to be the go-to guy.
Yeah, the panic is there, but we've seen him do this from time to time, even a little bit last year. So I still have high expectations for him moving forward. No, I can't do that.
No, I can't. No.
I can't do that.
Amazing player props this weekend, Tom.
Thank you.
12-1, and you got one going tonight, T-bro.
We got a little George Pickens action. Joe cleaned up. Everybody did pretty well this week. So thanks for subscribing, and you get a little extra dough in that pop this week.
There's a disgruntled NFL player relative or father or something. Theo Greminger just dropped this to me in our Discord. James Adunze, who I would presume is related to Robe.
Yeah.
Just put a pin on a tweet that says, "Can the Bears trade Rome Odunze to a team that will actually throw to him?"
Oh man, nobody likes Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What doesn't like DJ Moore? There's definitely some bad vibes between those two. Now Rome Odunze hates Caleb.
Wide receivers are just like they're just. By the way, Odunze dropped a touchdown, so it's not like he was
without fault.
Jerry Rice out there. Yep. So. Montgomery and Warren for Jettis. Ruben Torres says, I want Jettis. I want the best player. I mean, Jalen Warren's been great, but I'm presuming this is Jalen Warren.
Yeah,
Or it could
the
be
back.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I would guess. I don't know. Yeah, why would you trade two backs? Maybe it is
Yeah.
Tyler Warren.
And
That's
that
a
would
little.
just depend. That would depend on who your tight end is.
Yeah.
All right, Amelia. Will Dak get 22 points tonight in a PPR? Let's see. Well,
Mm.
PPR is important. Caleb Williams had 2 catches yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did, and a receiving touchdown. So
we have Dak projected for 20.7.
All right.
I'll give it let's see here. 1.5 of 20.7 is that's 7%. So for him to go 7% higher than this, I'll give you a 43% chance of winning.
Okay. You probably want to see Arizona go right down the field and score a touchdown on the first drive of the game, though.
Which is always possible.
Yes, it is. It's very possible in a Cowboys game. You want to see those fireworks start early in this game.
It's Tyler. He has Goddard,
who,
by the way, I think is close to the NFL lead, if not in the NFL lead in receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, I worry about that continuing forward.
I do,
with Saquon Barkley and AJ Brown.
If AJ Brown decides that he's gonna stop posting in wingdings on Twitter and actually, realize that they're just different cats, man. I don't understand.
I think I'd want Jefferson here.
Yeah,
especially hopefully McCarthy keeps improving as the season moves.
I thought McCarthy played a pretty decent game. Tom. He's going to start feeling himself with those across the body passes, and 1 week it's not going to end up pretty.
The NFL will take those away very quickly if he keeps doing that.
Staked at wide receiver, says Otto, and conveniently enough, his profile picture is Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Which do you like the least of Pittman, Nico, and Garrett Wilson?
The least. Pittman,
probably
Nico.
Garrett Wilson, just because he's currently hurt and the quarterback situation is the most volatile of these.
Yeah, kind of like Pittman a lot. I kind of like Nico, and Wilson just scares me. I do think we'll probably see some Tyrod later in the season, which I do think will help the situation. But yeah, it's Garrett Wilson for me right now, and he's got a pre-existing injury here coming up. If he tweaks that knee again, and the Jets are well out of playoff contention, do they just sit him out in the fantasy playoffs? So that's kind of where my head goes with a tiebreaker question like that.
Is Brandon going to be a thing this season? Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's worth picking up if you're in a deep league, but I wouldn't be banking on it. If anything you get out of him, that would be a bonus.
All right, let's just go rapid fire here, T-Bro,
Okay.
so we can finish it up for the show. I have Genty and Swift, who are 2 RBs I could target for both. How about Genty and Swift?
Yeah.
I'm guessing just trade them. I hate position for position trades.
Who's gonna be buying Swift?
I mean, we said
right now?
somebody said
he's coming off an injury, and Monongai looked good.
This is the worst time to trade DeAndre Swift. Genty, somebody said Javonte Williams earlier.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a fair one.
Yeah, I think Javonte Williams is kind of undervalued. Yeah, he's undervalued a little bit.
Okay, Casey, Loveland or Henry? I have Tyler Warren. This would be bye week tight end and backup. Loveland. Just go
Loveland,
for the guy who might just
use him this week, and then hope he hits good in week 10, and maybe he keeps paying off later in the season.
All right. The Hound. By the way, Trey said he thought he meant Genty and Swift for a running back. The problem is DeAndre Swift's a bad fill-in right now because everybody's low on him. So I think you probably just have to stand pat right now. Not your average Corey. Would you trade Kyron Williams for Derrick Henry?
Yes.
I probably would, but this still scares me. The Rams does Henry which I would prefer to be on the Kyron side.
Oh, I'd want the Henry side.
Okay.
It's close. I mean, I'm worried Corum's getting a little bit more work here. They love throwing the ball to Devontae Adams in the red zone. I think Derrick Henry's probably going to have a couple massive games down the stretch.
Okay, easy.
Sorry, money. Trey. I know he just traded Derrick Henry away.
Yeah, Tet McMillan, Ricky Pearsall, and Charbonnet for Rasheed. I mean, you got Rasheed Rice. You won the trade.
Yes.
I mean, that's right. Just a completely win. So I don't care about Isaiah Davis and Luther Bird. Now, if Isaiah Davis ends up on the right side of a Breece Hall trade, then you win going away. But I would have traded those 3 players for Rasheed Rice by himself. Anyway, Casey, 2-point PPR, 12 minutes, still in the Pollard Spear game. ETN, Toot, and JT on bench. Drop Pollard for high-end handcuff. I mean, Pollard's nothing right now.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't, but
yeah,
I don't blame you if you want to do that. Like you have your, you have some options here. Yeah, you can go for it if you want to. If you're tired of playing this game, maybe there's an injury there, but I can't see it improving that much.
What are the odds of a win? I need McBride to outscore Javonte by 13.
To outscore Javonte by 13? Probably
in
5%.
It is tight end premium.
Oh, that changes a little bit. That's I'll give you 25% now.
Yeah, maybe 25%. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Can I trade Henderson for Benson, or should I give up more? I would not willingly give up more.
No, yeah.
Oh no, is this a valid offer? Probably not. I think people are scared of Henderson right now, and they should be. But at the very least, he's coming off his best game.
Also, I haven't heard a whole lot about Benson though either. I don't know if I want to be trading into that. Like it's been like radio silent.
Especially if Bam Knight has a good game tonight.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are in the bar, tell me he owes me for my therapy sessions. Walker and BTJ nightmares keeping me up at night. Yeah, if you were to tell me the Seahawks would be 6-2 and have this kind of offense,
without Kenneth Walker going,
I'd be drafting Kenneth Walker in like the first round. All right, everybody, thank you for a wonderful Monday night live stream. Enjoy the game if you're capable of watching it. So hopefully these billionaire
I will be. I got my cable cord.
All right. Freaking bastards. All right, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.
What? Why are you shaking your head? You're welcome.